What's up, y'all? IBO MMA here, back again with another video. Today, UFC 323 just wrapped up. Dvalishvili versus Yan 2. Yan just won the belt. Joshua Van just won the belt. I am bad at predicting because I picked I picked Pantoja and I picked Merab, but so were you, bro. So were you. The card was crazy. If I'm being honest, the card was really good. A lot of finishes, a lot of odd things happened as well, if I'm being honest. A lot of odd things. But nah, crazy fights, crazy finishes, controversial things, but let's get into it, right? Boom. Okay, let's be honest. I'm happy, even though I got my picks wrong, but I'm really happy because like these are some of my favorite fighters and they both won. Both of them are my favorite fighters. I just thought they were gonna lose. I mean, let's be honest, Joshua Van, I'm gonna get into it later, bro. I'm gonna get into it later. Let me chill. Let me start from the beginning. Muhammad Naimov versus Myron Santos. Now, this fight, I did pick Myron. I mean, not Myron. Naimov. I just thought that, the grappling, he would mix it up nicely. And like the experience, but I guess that doesn't matter in MMA no more. Myron Santos, he did miss weight by I think 2 pounds or maybe like 1.5 pounds. So not a lot, but he did miss weight. But there was like a crucial information that, wait, let me make my cam a little bigger. There was like a little crucial information that I did not know before the fight. He's training with the fighting nerds now. I did not know that. So if I did know that, I would have picked him, bro. I would have picked him 100%, but not in the fight. I'm going to just be plain and simple. Muhammad Naimov couldn't take him down and on the feet. Myron looked good, a lot of low kicks, a lot of 1-2s. He dropped Naimov, I think like the first round maybe, or like he hurt him. And then the second round, bro, Myron's he's just outstriking him on the feet, especially with the low kicks. He's just a lot rangier and he's a lot bigger, let's be honest. He is a lot bigger than Naimov. Maybe he should consider moving down, Naimov that is. And the third round, hit him with the clean right hand. Naimov, he didn't go out. But he was out, let's be honest. Let's be honest. But nah. Next fight, I wasn't paying too close attention to this fight. But I want to talk about the big fights. Mansur Abdul Malik versus Antonio Trocoli. This fight went exactly as I kind of thought. I knew Trocoli is just not that good. He's only known for, for his marriage or whatever, if I'm being honest. But props for him for taking this fight. This is a hard fight to take, let's be honest. Especially, even his last fight, he fought, Shar Magomedov? These are 2 tough fights to take. Shout out him for that. But Mansur Abdul Malik, he came in, no respect for Trocoli, and just brought it to him, going for the big finish early. He tried knocking him out, and then I think he took him down maybe. I can't, my memory ain't that good, bro. He took him down, I'm pretty sure. No, he didn't take him down. He hit him with a standing. I know he hit him with the standing gilly. And then Antonio, he tapped right away. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to do for him. I don't know if he's UFC level, if I'm being real. But shout out, man, to Abdul Malik. He brought it. And round 1 guillotine finish. Next fight, genuinely, for as long as it only lasted 1.5 minutes. I'm telling you, bro, this might be the best 1.5 minutes in MMA history. I'm not even kidding. The amount of strikes both of them threw, how many strikes did they throw? It doesn't really say. All right, whatever. Google's better. I should have just went on Google. But nah, this was literally like a bar fight. They were both scrapping. And I mean scrapping. They looked like they did not like each other. And that's the thing. When it's like a scrap, usually it's like one-sided, at least a little. Bro, this fight was so evenly matched. They were both landing very good strikes. Right off the bat, the fight starts, boom, they're getting into it. Especially this guy Iwo Waranuski. I'm not familiar with his game. I just kind of picked Ibo because we have the same name. No, that's not the reason. But I just thought, look at this guy Iwo, right? He just doesn't look very intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was American as well. I think he's Polish. Yeah, he's from Poland. Well, that doesn't really matter. But now the fight starts. This guy Iwo Waranuski, he's went straight into it. Ibo, bro, Ibo, he loves a fight. So boom, they're scrapping. IBO, he hurts him. And then boom, Barnowski hits him with a clean check left hook. He landed that a couple of times in this fight. Drops IBO. IBO gets up. IBO hurts him again. And then, bro, the check hook, bro. The check hook of Barnowski put him down and he put him out cold. But no, I'm telling you, this fight, the craziest. I can't even call it a round because it was not even half a round. It lasted a minute 30. The craziest minute 30 in MMA history. I'm not even lying. Crazy fight. Y'all gotta see this, bro. Next fight, Edson Barboza. No, why did they make this fight, bro? Give him someone else, man. Why? I don't know why. Why they put him against Jalen Turner? Like, he just fought. Who did he just fight? I forgot his name. But nah, Edson Barboza versus Jalen Turner. Round 1 knockout for Jalen Turner. Edson Barboza started the fight. He actually looked really good. He was chopping at his leg, Jalen Turner's leg. He had some clean, fast boxing. Like, he's fast, don't get me wrong. But like Jalen Turner, all he has to do is hit him with a good shot like once or twice. And he dropped Barboza, and then Barboza, bro, he was cut open badly with a clean elbow by Jalen. And then it's like, that's just how the fight, like that, we just knew that was going to happen, you know? Barboza, he tried to stay in there. Jalen Turner, he didn't completely decimate our GOAT, but yeah, Barboza, yeah. I think it's time to retire. Maybe not retire, but like, bro, UFC, bro, give him some good matchups. Let's be honest. Don't give him Jalen Turner. I forgot his last opponent, but let's be honest, bro. Give him like, who should he fight? Anshul Jubilee. That would be a great fight. Oh my God, that would be a war. But nah, shout out Jalen Turner. He's back. He is back, even though he fought like in like March. So he's only been like 7 months since he last fought. But he retired. He came back already. And first round knockout, bro. I don't know what to do with him. I don't know if you shoot him up the rankings or you give him another unranked fight. I don't know what to do with him. But yeah. Next fight, I got this one wrong. Bruno Ferreira beats Marvin Vettori by decision. First of all, just before I even get on the fight, this dude looked absolutely massive. Like, I know his nickname's like the Hulk, but I didn't know he was gonna come in there with his muscles like, all right, let me chill. But like, I didn't know he was actually gonna come in there like the Hulk, bro. I know that's his nickname. I thought that was because he has like power or something. But like, nah, like he generally looks like the Hulk. He did miss weight though by like 3 pounds. So 3 pounds, bro, that's a lot. That's a big weight miss. Just on the fight, bro. Bro, I don't know why I picked Marvin, bro. I just thought that Marvin, he's the guys he's losing to are like really good guys. And even his last fight against Allen, right? That was a good fight. Competitive fight, very back and forth. It was a war. I did not expect Marvin to like, I knew Bruno Ferreira, he's intimidating, he's powerful, I get that, but Marvin Vettori wasn't throwing as much as he should have. I know he started throwing in the 3rd round after he lost the first 2, but like what's the game plan? Like, what is the game plan? The grappling didn't work, and then it's just like you lose. Like, is that the whole thing? If you can't get takedowns, you lose. Like, no, bro. I feel like Marvin Vettori, he goes into fights and it's like he has one game plan, and if it doesn't work, he loses. If it works, good. If it works, good. If it doesn't work, it's over. Like, that's what kind of what I feel like. Shout out Bruno Ferreira. He's landing some big shots, kind of. He was throwing big. Like, he was throwing from like his knee. Like genuinely. These haymakers, big right hands. Yeah, they weren't landing very much on Marvin, especially in that first round. But, bro, I actually really wanted to see one of them land. Not because I don't like Marvin Vettori. I just want to test it out. Is his chin that good? Because that right hand, bro, especially against a big guy like Bruno Ferreira, does that put him out? I don't know. Bruno Ferreira was just throwing a lot in the first round. Definitely won that round. The second round, pretty much similar to the first round. Marvin Vettori was trying to throw a little more, but it's just not enough. And then the 3rd round, Bruno Ferreira's gassed, right? Or like not fully gassed, but he's like mostly gassed. Marvin Vettori needs a finish. He's not doing as much as he should. He was landing some good shots against, out of breath Ferreira. But like, it's one thing landing a couple good shots, but like, you really got to put it on them. Like, I don't understand that. I don't know what's happening with Marvin Vettori. He doesn't want to fight, and he got injured, took like a year off. Maybe it's the injury. I don't know. But like, he's unranked now. So yeah, Marvin Vettori's unranked. He's been ranked for like 5-7 years, bro. 5-6 years. 6-7. No, I'm playing. The prelims, Fares Ziam knocks out Nazim Sadikov. I thought Nazim was gonna win. I just thought he had more of a dog in him, but boy, was I wrong. I don't know why I picked Nazim. It looked like, bro, look at these numbers, by the way. Yo, it's literally completely blue. That is crazy. Complete domination from Fares Ziam. Bro, he's gonna be a tricky guy to beat in this division. I could definitely see him. Maybe it's kind of recency bias because I didn't even pick him before the fight. But I just thought that, they were kind of evenly matched. But, bro, he completely dominated Nazim from the striking to the grappling. Like, the striking, very clean, very straight, very, straight punches, leg kicks. He mixed it up very well. You could tell he's training with Nasruddin Imavov and like Cyril Gane because he fights kind of similar to them, but then his grappling is like elite. Like he was taking down Nazim at ease, which kind of makes me think maybe Nazim's grappling is not that great because if I'm being honest, he had wasn't it a draw against Vyacheslav Borshev, and ever since then Vyacheslav hasn't won a fight and he's been like completely dominated, which makes me think maybe Nazim was a little overrated, but nah. Let me just give props to Fares. First round, dominated. Second round, dominated up until the last 5 seconds. He landed an elbow. All right. Another elbow, like a jumping elbow. Nazim completely, like, I'm not going to say he was done, but like his head was on the floor. Not he wasn't out or anything, but like his head, you could tell by the body language, like it was kind of over. But like, again, there's only 3 seconds left in the second round. Fares, he lands some okay ground and pound shots. Nothing really big, if I'm being honest. It was kind of big. And then the round ended, and then the referee stepped in. I didn't really like that, if I'm being honest. But it's a tricky situation because you can, let it go. I feel like the referee should have waited, see Nazim's body language, and then kind of adapted. But I don't know. It's a tricky situation. I feel like there needs to be like a rule on that. Like, I don't know. Maybe something. I don't know. But nah. Great performance by Fares Ziam. Really, like, I'm looking at this dude in his next couple of fights. I'm really like, I'm looking at him differently now. Because, like, he's having close fights with, like, Claudio Puellos. And that's not really he's not that great. So, I don't know. But he's improved so much throughout the years. And again, he hasn't fought in like a year. So, yeah. Actually, no, I think he fought this year, no? I'm not sure. Next fight, Macy Barber versus Karine Silva. Let me just give you my thoughts. I'm going to go full cam. Let me just give you my thoughts on this fight. Ready? Yeah, great fight. No, that was a good fight. Yeah, our next fight, Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan. I was very scared in this fight. I thought McKinney, I thought he had it, bro. After he landed that knee and that right hand in the first like 10 seconds, I was like, oh, come on, bro. Come on, he's gonna fluke it. Not fluke it, my fault. Not fluke. But I picked Chris Duncan and I picked him by sub, no? I picked him by a guillotine. I forgot what he submitted him with. I think it was like a Darce. But this fight, again, another crazy fight. It was looking kind of similar to the IBO and Iwo fight. Holy, their names are similar, bro. Very similar. But McKinney, he hurts him early, Chris Duncan, and then they're scrapping. But Chris Duncan, after he got hurt, like he was wobbly for like, I would say like the next like minute. next like minutes, he was like wobbled, and you could tell he looked, he was like a little what bro, I need more words in my I have a dictionary in my head, bro. But nah, all right. But nah, you could tell he was rocked for like a whole minute. But again, they're exchanging big, by the way. Terrence McKinney, I'm not gonna lie, he low-key ate some big shots, like on the feet, I'm saying. But then Chris Duncan, I forgot what he landed. I think it was like an elbow or maybe like a right hand or something. Sits McKinney down. You can't really tell that he got put down with something big because you can't really tell what he hit him with. But McKinney's on the floor. Chris Duncan, he's hitting him with loads of ground and pound shots. I'm talking about like literally like 20, 25 ground and pound shots. DC is crying in commentary, telling the referee to stop the fight. But he was saying like Terrence McKinney's eye was like out of it or something. Not out of its socket, but like his facial expression was like I don't know what DC was trying to say, but he was pretty much begging the ref to stop the fight. I get it. It was like 15, 20 unanswered shots. But again, Chris Duncan is still kind of rocked up to this point. So it didn't look like those shots were really damaging that much. Terrence McKinney, he gets back to his feet. I don't know. I'm not sure how, but Chris Duncan, I think he took him down or something. I don't think he took him down. I don't know what happened. But he gets him in the darts. Terrence McKinney taps. Great fight for how long it lasted. 2 minutes 30. Great fight. I wonder what's gonna win fight of the night. I wonder. I actually do wonder. Because Merab versus Yan, spoiler alert, that fight was crazy. This fight, it only lasted 2.5 minutes, and then the other fight only lasted a minute and a half. So I wonder what's gonna get fight of the night. But nah, shout out Chris Duncan. He's kind of going on a mean streak right now. Hopefully, I want to say he gets a ranked matchup next, but you never know. Lightweight's very, what's the word for it? Quadjumbled. Is that a word? I just made it. Main event of the prelims, Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. I picked Manuel Torres by first round knockout, and that's what he did. Grant Dawson, he was looking good early. I'm not gonna lie. Looking very fast, very fast, like on the feet, that is. Like he didn't land anything big, but he was throwing these big haymakers. They were looking quick. He went for a takedown from like, I'm telling you, like 5 feet out. For some reason, Manuel stuffed it easily. And then that's the thing, bro. Manuel Torres, he was stuffing the takedowns, and I kind of knew he would early. I knew he would, and that's the thing why I picked him, right? It's because, bro, if Grant Dawson is getting put out by Bobby Green, Manuel Torres is gonna put you out. Like he's gonna knock you out. I'm sorry, that's how it is, bro. That's how it is. He landed a couple clean kicks, Manuel Torres, that is, and then boom, lands a clean right hand left hook combo, sits Grant Dawson down, and yeah, he was out. Couple follow up shots. Referee stopped it. I don't know what you do with a guy like Grant Dawson, bro. Like for his coaches, I'm talking about. Like he's so chinny, but he's not. He is chinny, but he's not. But he's open on the feet, but he's not. I don't know what to do with him. Shout out Manuel Torres, got it done like I thought he would. Yeah, he should. Well, Grant Dawson's ranked, so I guess Manuel Torres is ranked now, right? He's a very entertaining fighter. Shoot him out the rankings, very entertaining. Shout out W performance as well. Clean knockout. Let's get into the main card. Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. I did pick Jan Blachowicz, and it was a draw. So technically, I did not get it wrong. I did not. But, damn, Jan Blachowicz landed 100 strikes. I did not. Did he really? I feel like these numbers are kind of weird. Like, that's you can't really trust the UFC website with like the numbers and stuff. But nah, Jan Blachowicz, he did really well early on. He landed clean leg kicks. This guy Bogdan Guskov's leg was getting torn up very early. Again, with the jabs as well. Not only the leg kicks, the jabs from Jan Blachowicz, they landed pretty clean on both. He actually rocked Guskov in the first round. He rocked him with a jab. Jab was looking very clean. Guskov, I liked his approach early on, that he wasn't very, like, he wasn't fully even though his style is like hands down and like kind of risky and like he goes for it. I liked how he started off kind of tame, because you don't want to, you don't want to get hit by a guy like Blachowicz, You don't want to, he's a big power puncher. So yeah, not much went on in the first round, but 10-9, Yan, leg kicks, jabs, won him that round. All right, second round, you can see Bogdan Guskov's approach. He kind of analyzed him a bit, kind of like Petr Yan analyzed him. He's like, all right, he started off, he had his hands down a bit, getting more confident. And then boom, he landed a clean, what was it, like a right hand, like a right hook or something? What am I saying? Or something. I'm pretty sure it was a clean right hook. It was a tricky one because Blachowicz was like leaning back when he landed it. So like it definitely was a knockdown. But like he was leaning back. It was tricky, but then he still hit him with a big shot, Put him down. I'm telling you, Bogdan Guskov landing some clean shots on the ground, especially the elbows. And bro, he had him on, he was in mount the rest of the whole round. Bloodied up Blachowicz with the elbows and the right hands. Referee didn't stop it, which is good. Please, let's stop stopping fights like early. Can we stop that? Please? But nah. Beating him up for the rest of the round. That's a 10-8 round. Didn't get the finish, but he was beating him bad and dropped him. That's a 10-8 round. Almost stopped. Third round, Bogdan Guskov. I'm telling you, the first half of the round, he's doing really well. He's landing clean right hands and jabs. He's landing with ease, especially like the straight shots. Jan Blachowicz was not getting out the way, not blocking them, no head movement. Guskov was landing at ease and big shots as well. In my head, I'm like, all right, he won. He's going to win. Because the second round, 10-8 probably. This round, he's going to win. But then, bro, the second half of the round, Blachowicz, he did very well, landed big shots as well. I don't know if Guskov gassed out or something, but literally that second half of the round, he was not throwing, bro. He was not throwing much. He was smiling a lot, which I don't know, maybe he was like too comfortable or something. Maybe he thought he had the round in the bag, so he could just kind of like goof off and like be comfy for the rest of the round. But bro, Blachowicz, he's a veteran, bro. He knows when he needs a finish, or he was going for the finish, was landing very good shots on Guskov. And then that's the thing. All right, the shots they weren't landing. I mean, they were landing, but they weren't that big until the last 5 seconds, or the last 5 seconds. He drops Guskov and then hits him with pretty good shots. Almost finished him. Not really, though. Not really. He hit him with some good shots, though. In my head, I'm like, I'm rooting for a draw. I'm rooting for the draw. But I kind of thought Guskov kind of won that, if I'm being honest. Nah, did I? Yeah, I feel like Guskov did enough in that first minute and a half, or like 3 minutes of that third round, where all right, he's doing some good shots here. And I don't feel like Yan landed that many good shots, but the judges gave it a draw, majority draw. Good fight overall. I don't know if do they run it back? Do they run it back? That is the question. Yes, I feel like they should. No? I don't know. Should all draws be run back? That's a question to be asked. Maybe I should make a video on that. But yeah, it's a draw. Shout out both of them. Jan Blachowicz, he did look a little his speed, definitely, he was getting outspeeded out there. And he's 40, no? He's 38, 40. Yeah, no, I think he is 40. Speaking of 40, 38 years old, by the way. Henry Cejudo versus Payton Talbott. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I picked Henry, and looking back at it, what was I thinking, bro? What was I thinking? Genuinely, what was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking. After this fight, I was so pissed at myself because, what am I doing? Why, bro? He's 5'4" versus 5'10". He's not he has all the disadvantages in this fight. He's 38. He's the older guy. He's way smaller. His reach is way smaller. Like that's the thing. I don't know why I picked him in this fight, but I did. Nevertheless, the first round, you could definitely see Henry Cejudo was landing good leg kicks, which, alrighty. Payton Talbott, he's landing big shots early on already. Already he's landing big shots. I'm like, I was kind of pissed, but nah. That's the thing, bro. You could definitely see earlier on that Henry Cejudo, he was trying to hit him. I don't know if it was the height advantage or the reach disadvantage, but he just could not hit him clean. The only way he could hit him clean was when he really got inside and like brawled with him, which, Henry Cejudo, he's looked at as this like clean striker, at least in his prime he was, but he is kind of like a brawler. Let's be honest. He is a brawler, which he was trying to do that against Talbot, but Talbot was doing good a good job circling the cage and not, getting into those brawler situations. He was landing very good straight shots, couple like very clean ones early in the first round. And then boom, they get in the clinch. Guess what happens? Payton Talbott takes Henry Cejudo down. Who would have thought? I'm not gonna lie, right there, he retired. Right at that moment, all right. I think he should have just took his gloves off, threw it to Dana White, and just retired right there, because your career's over, bro. You're getting taken down by the striker. It's just like, that's like, the fight was over then, in my opinion. He gets taken down. He got back up like in a minute. Not much happened with the takedown. Payton Talbott was like shaking his tongue after he got it, which makes sense. He took down the elite grappler, the elite wrestling Olympic champion or whatever. Which, might I say this, bro? His grappling is just not the same as it was, but it makes sense. Like, he was retired for like 2 years. Obviously, your wrestling isn't going to be as good, Why did I pick him? I just thought Raoni Barcelos. If Raoni Barcelos is taking down Talbot, what's stopping Henry Cejudo? But do you know what is stopping him? Payton Talbot's takedown defense, bro. He's been doing this for like, he lost to Raoni in January. It's December. So he pretty much had a whole year to work on his takedown defense. What am I thinking? I just thought, maybe it would take more than a year to work on it. But all right. Second round starts. You can see that the confidence is on Payton Talbot. That takedown really gave him confidence and had him, like, momentum was on his side. Henry Cejudo, he looked kind of, I'm not going to say he looked defeated, but, second round, like he kind of did look a little defeated, if I'm being honest. And it showed in that second round, because Payton Talbot, very good. Bro, he was landing up big shots on Henry Cejudo, especially with the knees. The knees were really good. He landed one very clean body shot. Like this left hook to the body. Bro, he had Henry Cejudo hurt to the body. Went at him, landed a bunch of crazy punches and stuff. And then, bro, he almost put him out. And then, that's the thing, Henry Cejudo, he's Mexican. So I wasn't really, like, thinking he was going to, get knocked out. But there is, bro, it's MMA at the end of the day. Like, you can get knocked out, even if you're a blockhead and very good chin, But crazy thing is, Payton Talbot, he takes him down again. The second round, he takes him down again. Henry Cejudo gets back up, and then he kind of took Payton Talbot down. And then Payton Talbot gets back up. The round ends very I'm telling you, the striking exchanges where he was beating him up that second round. Genuinely beating him up. The third round, the same thing, bro. He hurt him really bad to the body. He kept on with the body shots, which makes sense. I mean, actually really doesn't make sense. You would think the smaller guy would go for the taller guy's body. But it was the opposite, Very clean hooks to the body by Talbot. The leg kicks were there. The 1-2s were there. And then, that's the thing. He would land good shots. But then when Henry Cejudo's turn to land, he would back up. He would circle. He would, He did get hit a lot. Payton Talbot, he did get hit a lot by Henry. But that's the thing. Henry could land one, but Payton Talbot's going to land like 3 more. That's just how it is. He almost... The thing is, the one really kind of bro, was Henry Cejudo's face was all mushed up, all bloody, leaking, man, he wore white shorts, right? Payton Talbot, His white shorts were covered in blood, bro. They were literally red shorts at that point. Nah. The fight ends and Payton Talbott 30-20, I think it was 29-28, maybe 30-27. I'm not even sure what the judges were thinking, but nah, shout out Payton Talbott. Henry Cejudo retired. He didn't actually put the gloves down, but he didn't though. No, he actually didn't put the gloves down. I don't think he did. Henry Cejudo, there was this clean, cool moment of him and Dana White right after the fight ended, of him talking to Dana White. Very cool, I guess, but nah. And Payton Talbott, he dominated in there. I don't know why I picked Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo, post-fight interview, he was giving a lot of props to Payton Talbott. I don't know, maybe he sees him as like his like own protege or something, but like he wants to train Payton Talbott. He wants to train with him, coach him, whatever. Shout out Henry Cejudo, retirement of a legend. I'm just gonna say this though. These last 4 fights of his career really like tanks his legacy. I'm just being honest. It does a bit. Like, just be honest. It does a bit. But nah, let's move on. Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. I did pick Tatsuro Taira by finish. Did I? I don't know if I picked him by finish, but I did not see. I kind of saw this maybe a bit, but the first round, Taira actually lands a couple good shots on the feet earlier on. He does. And then, bro, he shoots for a takedown. They're in this weird little position or situation or whatever you might call it. The round ends. They're in there for like the rest of the round. I think Taira, like, I think he definitely won that round, but it was like a tricky round. Neither of them really like got hurt or anything. Second round, Taira takes him down, gets on his back. A lot of ground and pound. Like, there was like 30 unanswered shots, but like and the ref stepped in and they stopped it. But like, the commentary were saying that it was early stoppage. I do agree that it was a bit early, but then again, it is 30 unanswered shots. Not much Moreno could do in that position. Like, I don't know what he could do to like what is he supposed to do? Even if the referee didn't stop it, like, I feel like Taira would just land just like 30 more shots. But this is a number 1 contenders fight, and it is at flyweight at the end of the day. Like, 30 unanswered shots at flyweight. You know, it's different from like heavyweights and like middleweights and light heavyweights doing that. It is a bit different. But then again, like 30 unanswered shots, like, let's be honest, bro. That you're gonna get stopped. You're gonna get a knockout by that. That's how you win. Hit someone, don't get hit. That's how you win, you know? But nah, shout out Taira. Little controversial, but hey, you know, Moreno will be back. Taira, he's getting a title shot. That's all I'm gonna say. Co-main event of the evening, Pantoja versus Van. The fight lasted 26 seconds. Joshua Van, he hit him with a clean right hand and he knocked him out. Oh my God, he hit him with a clean right hand into the spinning wheel kick and knocked him out. Who saw that coming? Nah, I'm just kidding. The fight starts. Pantoja, he's doing what he does. He's going straight at Van. Thing about Van, he's not going to back down. So he, you know, throws a couple of shots, backs up Pantoja a bit. They're scrapping for a bit. Pantoja, I'm going to just analyze the whole fight right here. Pantoja throws a head kick. Joshua Van catches it. And then he kind of like pushes him and like pushes his leg. And then, bro, just on the way down, you know how like fighters, when they get thrown, they kind of just like stick out their hand to like land and like brace themselves instead of like landing on their head or like, you know what I mean? He did that. I think it was his left arm, maybe his right. I'm not even sure. I think it was left arm. Bro, while he was trying to land, boom, his arm's broken. His arms are broken. Very, if you guys saw that live, you were very confused, right? Because he's holding onto his arm. He was like, no. He's looking at Van. He's like, no, it's over. My arm. Shout out Van. He didn't do any like punches, and after that, he didn't inflict any more damage that was needed. He became champion. Joshua Van. I know a lot of people are kind of being rude to him and like being negative about him, but him jumping on the cage and celebrating, but like, bro, he just won a championship, bro. He won a championship and he took 0 damage. Can you really blame him? Like, I know it was an injury. I know he didn't actually win by knockout. But like, bro, he just became champion with no injuries, no damage taken. Like, he's 24 years old, bro. Do you not expect him to celebrate? I think people are overreacting on that. But first of all, the UFC, bro, why are you replaying his arm breaking like 10 times? Like, bro, you would think after the first 2 times we would kind of get that his arm's broken. I get it, like that's your champion, you know, and it was kind of fluke. It was a fluke, but like, bro, did he have to replay that 10 times? Like, I feel like some people don't like to see that. I don't like to see that. Someone's arm just being broken. Like, I don't really like this. They gave us multiple angles as well. They needed to give us multiple angles as well. That's crazy. But nah, Joshua Van, he's the champion, bro. I picked Pantoja. I was kind of a little salty, but that's the thing. Joshua Van, if you guys watch my favorite fighters video, he is my favorite flyweight. So I was happy for him. The one thing that kind of pissed me off, first of all, Pantoja, the UFC, they take him right out the cage. They take him straight to the hospital, which is needed. Dana White gave Pantoja a little talk. I'm pretty sure I heard a couple words, and apparently he said that they're going to give him the best doctors in the world, and then they're going to make this fight again soon. But he just broke his arm. I don't think he'll be healed soon enough. I don't think he'll be healed. And I think it'll take him at least like a half a year to like really fix his arm, because that arm is broken, bro. It was twisted and it's broken. It's not no fracture, bro. It's not no fracture. It's broken, bro. The one thing that kind of pissed me off was Joshua Van's coach. I get it. Your fighter just won the champion. I don't even think it's his coach. I think it's Daniel Pineda. That's actually a UFC fighter. I don't know if he's currently in the UFC. I think he might have retired. But he was in his corner and he like lifted after, Joshua Van, he got his belt around his tummy. He was like lifting him up and like running around the octagon. I think that was a bit too much, if I'm being honest. Like, as a coach, I feel like you should know better, I get if it's Joshua Van because he just won the title. He's 24 years old. Like, I get if it's him. But, like, brother, you're lifting him up, running around the octagon. It's a bit too much, in my opinion. It's a bit too much. What do we do next for Joshua Van? I will talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow I will talk about that. Not right now. But, hey, bro. He's a champion, bro. Let's be honest. Main event of the evening. Petr Yan dethrones Merab Dvalishvili in an absolute war. The numbers, don't look at the numbers because, bro, let's be honest, bro. The striking numbers, you could only look at them so much. You could only look at them when it's like an obvious fight. When it's like a close fight, or like, all I'm trying to say is like 196 to Merab, 159 to Petr Yan. Petr Yan was landing way better shots. I don't think Merab landed 200 strikes, bro. Half of those strikes either got, dodged by Petr Yan or they got blocked. I don't really understand the numbers, especially for the UFC website, like, bro, the official UFC website. These numbers are horrendous, bro. I don't think these numbers are true. But nah. Damn, bro. Look at this. 2 of 29 on takedowns. Petr Yan had 5 takedowns. But now the fight starts, right? Merab Dvalishvili, we kind of expected this, at least I did, for the first round. Petr Yan not throwing much. Merab Dvalishvili, he's throwing a bunch. He's landing body kicks, punches, big right hands, jabs. He's landing it all. Which, that's the thing, bro. Petr Yan, but he's calculating, though. He's calculating. He's not, bro, he's literally calculating. Like, could we just be real? He's calculating. It doesn't matter. But I think we all expected that. Pretty much Merab just outstriking Petr Yan for the majority of the first round. And then Petr Yan lands a pretty big right hand to end the round and rock Dvalishvili. Boom, round ends 10-9 Merab after the first round. He's up 1-0. Second round, Petr Yan, he definitely came in a lot. The second round, he came in ready, bro. He's not calculating no more. He was ready. You know what I mean? He was, though. He was ready. The second round, they're landing exchanges. Shout out Merab. I feel like after the second round, right? Petr Yan, in my opinion, even though DC thinks different, I thought that round was clearly Petr Yan's round. He was landing the way bigger shots, clean kicks to the body, kicks to the legs, 1-2s, right hands, like a lot of. That's the thing that we all know. Petr Yan's a better striker, and that second round was majority on the feet, and Petr Yan was actually throwing quite a bit. Like, let me look at the numbers for the second round. All right, it says Merab 41-25, but trust me, bro. Trust me, Petr Yan. He landed some, like, look at the first round, 23, or maybe I'm just stupid or something, but nah. Petr Yan, they're scrapping. Petr Yan's getting the better of the exchanges. He's landing the better shots, and then guess what happens? Petr Yan goes for a takedown. Who would have saw that coming? Not me. Similar to how Payton Talbott took down Henry Cejudo, but this is on another level because Merab's the champion. He's in his prime. So is Peter. But like, this is, bro, it's a striker versus grappler matchup, and the striker's taking him. Like, that's absolutely insane. He took him down. Merab pretty much got back up in like 20-30 seconds. Like, he didn't do anything on the ground, but it's just like a mental thing to know that, all right, I took down the grappler. He's not this crazy grappler that everyone thinks he is. Second round ends. I thought it was 100% Petr Yan's round, but for some reason DC on commentary is like, oh yeah, it's probably 2-0. It's probably 2-0 Merab. Merab had some okay control time in that round, I'm not gonna lie. But he did nothing on the ground. He did nothing. He had Peter on the fence, but he was doing nothing with it. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no way that second round was Merab's round. I thought it was 100% 1-1. And you could tell Joe Rogan was the guy to actually correct DC that it was, it could be 1-1. It could be 1-1. DC, it wasn't 2-0. Like, I don't know what you're thinking. It's not 2-0. Third round starts. Petr Yan on the feet. He looked like himself. He looked like he had all the data, recognized, bro. He had it. I don't know what Merab was thinking. He throughout the whole fight, he landed how many? 29 he shot 29 takedowns, but hit the first fight, he shot like 50. That third round, Petr Yan, he had it, bro. He had it. He was outstriking Merab. Good jabs. Good. His defense was elite as well. Boom. Lands a big body kick. I'm pretty sure it was that round. Lands a big body kick. Merab literally jumps up and down out of pain. Like, he screamed and like kind of jumped up and down a bit, like retreating backwards, had his back against the cage. Petr Yan, we all know Petr Yan. If he gets you hurt, he's not gonna completely go crazy. He's gonna, chill. He's gonna be himself. He's gonna calculate. We know Petr Yan. He's not gonna take no risks for the most part, but he didn't end up doing much when Merab was hurt. But that round, bro, again, another round. Petr Yan's landing big shots, big right hands on Merab. Merab, when he got hurt, he would shoot for takedowns, wouldn't get them even close. But another thing to look at is, bro, Petr Yan gets another takedown. So it wasn't like a fluke, you got me, you caught me off guard type of takedown. He got another one. So Petr Yan might be the most underrated grappler in the UFC, bro. Because we all look at him as like the best striker. He is one of the best strikers, but like his grappling's elite as well. His grappling's very elite. It's always been elite, but like we haven't really seen him offensively grapple that much, But he did. That's the thing. He was shooting a lot for some reason. He was shooting a lot. Maybe he wasn't completely committing to them, but it was kind of odd to see that he didn't really come even close to getting the takedowns. But for some reason, whenever he would shoot on Merab would always go for the guillotine, which I don't know if he knows how MMA works, but bro, guillotines, they don't, like, you're shooting guillotines? I mean, yeah, you're shooting guillotines? They don't work in high-level MMA, bro. I don't think, when was the last time we've seen a guillotine in a title fight? Like, someone actually get it. We don't. They always, it's like, oh, it's kind of in, it's kind of close, and then, oh, he just pops his head out. Bro, guillotines, I don't think it works in high-level MMA. I don't know why Merab was using them. But another round. Petr Yan. Each round, bro, I feel like we all look at Merab as like this cardio machine, but so was Petr Yan. Like, so was, I know I picked Merab. I said, in no way Petr Yan was going to win, but that's the thing, bro. Saying Petr Yan is Petr Yan 2.0. He's back and he's better. But what was I saying? I was saying Merab, we looked at him as a cardio machine, how, you know, rounds 4 and 5 are like, they're like unlocked to be his rounds. But this is the same thing with Petr Yan. Like, how many times have we seen with him where he loses the first couple rounds, and then in rounds 4 and 5, he's dominating? Like against Jose Aldo, he kind of had a similar approach. We've seen that a lot with him, you know? But round number 3 definitely landed the better shots, the bigger shots, I might say. The bigger shots definitely landed the more cleaner shots. If you actually watch the fight, you could see that when he would throw, he would land. He had Merab figured out already. Shut on Merab, he wasn't shooting much takedowns, which, I mean, he shot 7 this round. He wasn't getting them, but like, you don't need to get them. Just keep shooting them, like in the first fight. But he wanted to strike more, maybe because he probably saw the support he got from the Sandhagen fight as thinking like for striking, and like he thought like, I don't know, maybe that he wanted to strike more. I don't really understand that, but hey, bro, you do you. Round number 4, Petr Yan, bro. Petr Yan landed another takedown. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Petr Yan, another round. He lands another clean body kick this round as well. Every single round he's landing more. His cardio looked insane this fight. He looked completely dialed in. I don't know. He did say that he had an arm injury their first fight, which that's the thing. Like, he did look hesitant in that first fight, especially with his right hand. But like Merab, either way, it looked like Merab was just gonna do what he does, you know. But this fight, Merab, this 4th round, I'm telling you, his face, his nose, it looked like it, I don't know, maybe it was broken, or it was definitely bleeding a lot. His whole face was all bloody. He's still smiling, which is kind of crazy. He's smiling, which is, you know, that's a BMF right there. Did I put him as BMF for that division? I'm pretty sure I did put him as BMF, as he should be, you know. Petr Yan and Merab, they definitely do have bad blood. It looked like whenever, especially Merab, whenever Merab would land someone good, he would smile. And then, yeah. There was one moment, I think it was this round, where Merab has a guillotine on Petr, and then Petr literally, Merab's like smiling. He's smiling to the crowd or whatever. And then Petr just picks him up, dunks it on his head. I think it was the round before. Well, speaking of the round before, Merab, he does his thing, and he picks him up and kind of walks around the octagon. Like, he had him on his back, like, you know, like the firefighter, like running out of a building. He kind of had that moment that he usually has, but he dunked him. Then Petr Yan got back up in like 5-10 seconds. Like, does that really do anything? Does it? I don't think so. Petr Yan, another round where he's just landing the better shots, and he's just not slowing down, that's like insane cardio. 5th round, I'm telling you, bro. I think rounds 2, 3, 4, and 5 were all Petr Yan's rounds. I don't think round number 2 was close. I can say that, but 3, 4, and 5, who would have thought that Petr Yan would be the actual one to dominate? Bro, it's showing that he landed more, but I'm telling you, the bigger and better strikes were all landed by Petr Yan. The jab, the slip right hands, the defense was elite. He wasn't getting hit much with anything too substantial, you know? And then, bro, who would have thought that Petr Yan would actually shoot takedowns in his fights? And it worked. Like, it genuinely worked. Crazy. I was very happy, even though I picked Merab. But let's be honest, we all picked Merab. But Petr Yan, I'm telling you, Petr Yan, one of my favorite fighters. I didn't give him much chance before this fight, but let's be honest, bro. When I'm picking guys, I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased at all. I'm just being for real. I'm just being honest. I thought Merab was gonna dominate, similar to the first fight. I think he could have if he just shot more takedowns like the first fight. But he wanted to strike, wanted to showcase his striking. I get it. Wanted to be entertaining. That's what he said in his post-fight interview. But Petr Yan, you don't strike with Petr Yan, bro. That's like a lesson learned. You don't strike with him, bro. You don't. Petr Yan is the champion of the world, bantamweight champion. Do they rematch? I will tell you tomorrow in my next fight video. But, yeah, that's the card. The card, very entertaining. Very a lot of finish here. Oh wait, no finish here. Finish. Finish. Like there was a bunch of finishes. How did I do on picks? Let's see. 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4. Oh my god. 3-4, 4-4, 5-4. This one doesn't really count. It's a draw. 5-5, 6-5, 6-6. I didn't get this one right. 6-7. Wow, the joke just writes itself. Now I have to. All right. Oh my god, that was so good. Oh bro, I'm actually gonna cry, bro. That was actually so cringe. Wait, I need to watch that back, bro. Let me end this video. I need to watch that back, bro. Thank you guys. This is a long video. This is 54 minutes. Crazy. But it's gonna be even shorter because I'm gonna cut that last part out. I actually am, bro. I actually am. Because I was way too cringe. I'm gonna edit it out. I'm the best editor on YouTube, bro. I'm gonna edit that out. But nah, make sure you guys are liking it, subscribing, and yeah. What happens with Merab? What happens with Joshua Van? Their next fights? You're wondering what are their next fights? Look at my video tomorrow. I will post that tomorrow. Let's get in. Let me go to sleep.